Hi, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. It is Drell and it's Drell Speak. If this is your first time, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share, and give me a thumbs up, okay? So I'm going to get right into it. I am talking about today. I want to inform you, all right? The power of your words. Your words are so powerful, and your words can get you in trouble, right? So I want you to take a look when you have a chance. Go to Proverbs chapter 10, right? Proverbs chapter 10, verses 19. It talks about not talking too much, because when you talk too much, it can get you into trouble. It can lead you into sinning. Like, example, do you know how sometimes like we could get upset about something and you say things that you're not supposed to say, and then you find yourself later on apologizing. And it's good to apologize, but you wouldn't even have to get there if you just didn't say anything. It's important to learn how to master your mind, master your emotions. Because if you don't master it, it will master you. Okay, let's say that again. If you do not master your emotions, it will master you. And you will see so many times when you have a chance in the Bible, it talks about being quiet, keeping silence, not speaking too much. And if you, by talking too much, you're doing too much. Okay, let's do that again. By talking too much, you're doing too much. Talking too much, and you end up saying what you did not even want to say. I have an aunt of mine, she is so intelligent, and she told me, Andrell, if you can just spend 15 minutes on the phone, no more than 15 minutes. And she gave me that advice years ago. And I know if you spend 15 minutes on the phone, that's enough to tell the person everything that you need to talk to them about. If you spend more than 15 minutes on the phone, now you start to talk about things that you didn't even think you would say. Now, things that you didn't even want to say, you are now saying. Why? Because you're talking too much. Okay? So let's work on this. Proverbs chapter 10, verses 19 tells us, mind our tongue. Don't talk too much so it don't lead you into trouble. Don't talk too much so you don't end up sinning. God is trying to help us. It's so amazing how his words is just there. Everything that we need, it's right there in the word of God. You don't have to go far. You don't have to hurt your head. Everything that you need is in the word of God. I love Proverbs. Okay, Proverbs was written by Solomon, and he had wisdom because God gave it to him. Okay, King Solomon, he did something so incredible. So God came to him and God said to King Solomon, okay, what can I do for you? You please me. What you did, I'm like, wow, I like you. What would you like for me to do for you? King Solomon was like, well, God, all I want you to do is give me wisdom so I can lead your people. Because he was young. He was a very young king. And he felt like he wanted to do right by God's people. So he wanted God to give him wisdom. So God was like, wow, this is amazing. What an amazing young man. I'm not only going to give you wisdom, but guess what? I'm going to give you some wealth. I'm going to make you the wealthiest man that ever walked this earth. And to this day, even if we were to match his wealth with that of the Rockefellers, you would see Carnegie, you would see that his wealth surpassed all of them, King Solomon, right? So God not only gave him wisdom, he gave him wealth, he gave him power. He did not let his enemies overcome him. He did it all. And this same King Solomon was the one that wrote Proverbs. Okay? He wrote Ecclesiastes. And Proverbs is so amazing is that you can read one a day. Like today's the 11th. I didn't get to read it yet, but I'm going to read it. I read it yesterday, and that's why I was able to tell you Proverbs chapter 10, verses 19. It says for us to mind our tongue. By reading a proverb a day, you are investing in yourself. It's gonna help you. It's gonna give you wisdom. Okay? And there are certain decisions that you used to make and you would just like make it. By reading these proverbs, it would make things like, wow, let me think about this before I act. Think before we act. Because sometimes we act and we think later. So I just wanted to show up today and just talk to you about minding our tongue, mastering our emotions, and reading the Word of God. It will help you. Reading Proverbs, trying to read a proverb a day, it will really help you to become the person that you always wanted to be. So I hope that you enjoyed this content, and I hope that you give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Okay, and then until next time, thank you for showing up and being here with me.